Kombat! I don't know, I thought I would try it. Never played the game before. Thought it'd be funny. It's not. So Mortal Kombat is the latest film to be adapted into a video game. This is the second time that has been adapted into a video game. Third movie overall. And it's about this fighter who gets recruited into this world of Mortal Kombat. He must defend himself against Sub-Zero and basically save the world, along with other fighters. And I honestly didn't know too much about Mortal Kombat going into this. I knew the game. I haven't played it because I didn't really play violent video games growing up. And the trailers looked alright. They looked kind of cool. Like the fighting looked pretty cool. So going to this movie mostly blind. Didn't know who any of the characters were. Didn't know what kind of techniques they had. So overall, this movie is, I think this movie is going to be a lot more fun for people who have played Mortal Kombat, who are fans of it. And since I have never played the game before and I went into this movie completely blind, I just analyzed it as a movie rather than an adaptation of the game. So was there anything good? It's kind of hard to say, honestly, because pretty much everything about this movie is just mixed. Because while the fight scenes can be pretty fun, they're inventive, and they're really cool to see on the screen, they're also, a lot of times they're using quick cuts to kind of cover stuff, basically. So it's oh, this is really cool, and then all of a sudden it's oh, you're not showing this, and you're kind of going back and forth, and it's not really as interesting, unfortunately. So that becomes annoying after a while. As far as the characters go, half the characters are fine. I did enjoy Sub-Zero, played by Joe Taslim. I'm probably going to mispronounce a lot of names in this video, so I am sorry. I'm just an ignorant American. So, Joe Taslim, he portrayed Sub-Zero. I thought he was pretty cool. He was very evil. He was very scary. He was kind of like a serial killer in that way, or like a horror movie villain like Jason or something. Thought he was pretty cool with his ice powers and such. Scorpion, played by Hiroyuki Sanada, again, ignorant American. I thought he was pretty good. I thought his whole story was the most effective. Definitely more effective than the main character. I'll get to that. Sonia Blade, played by Jessica McNamee. She was cool. I liked her in the movie. Lord Caden, he was kind of fun, but more so bad he's kind of good, kind of fun. Not necessarily so bad it's good, it's so cheesy that it's kind of fun. I think calling his performance bad is not necessarily the best, not necessarily accurate for what I felt. He was fun, but maybe it was too cheesy. And Ludi Lin played Liu Kang, and Shin Han played Shang Tsung. I'm mispronouncing a lot of names because I've never played the game, and again, I'm an ignorant American. So they were fine for what they had, but they didn't really do much in this movie, and you'll see in this movie why they don't do much in this movie. And I guess that has a lot of people upset. And again, I can't really comment on that because I've never played the game before. As far as the characters who I didn't care for, let's talk about the main character, Cole Young, played by Louis Tan. He's not even a character in the original Mortal Kombat, so why did they write this character into this movie? I don't know why. His character's not really that interesting, and quite honestly, you don't really care about his family either. Honestly, you care more about Scorpion and his family than you do about, Cole's family. And they focus so much on Cole's family, and by the time that they kind of bring the Scorpion subplot back, you feel more than anything you felt in the majority of the runtime, which, again, mostly focuses on Cole's family. Now let's talk about Kano for a minute, played by Josh Lawson. A lot of people really seem to like Kano. They thought he was really funny. I thought he was obnoxious. I thought he was annoying every time he spoke. Every cringy joke he dropped. It was annoying. It was bad. I hated him in this movie. And it got so bad to the point I kept thinking to myself, is he ever going to shut up? And to be fair, Sonia Blade at one point goes, "Do you ever shut up?" And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to say to this guy. Pretty weird for a guy who had a recurring role in Superstore, but okay. Mikad Brooks, again, mispronouncing that. I thought he was going to be cool for a while, and they kind of sidelined him for the rest of the movie, and I felt bad. He seemed pretty cool, and then he does come back, and you just don't really feel for him anymore, because, again, the movie didn't really spend too much time on him. And, you know, while there are fun references to the video games that I do know, like, oh, finish him, or fatality, like, those I know. There's also, like, an awkward blend of humor. Again, I mentioned Kano. He's not really that funny, unfortunately. At least to me. I know a lot of people really seem to like him. But I didn't find anything he said funny. And it kind of feels awkward at times whenever they try to make a joke. Given, like, hey, you gotta win this fight or else, you know, the world's gonna end. No big deal or anything. And, you know, it just becomes annoying after a while. It's like, just focus on that. Don't worry about trying to make me laugh. Focusing on trying to make me care, which you didn't really do. So overall, the fight scenes in this movie can be fun. Like, they're very creative. Like how, you know, like that one where it's like, oh, we're gonna take this blood and I'm gonna freeze it, and like that's pretty cool. But like, they're fun, but they're in quick cuts. There are characters that work and there are characters that don't. While there are cool references to the game, there are things that are just trying to make this movie more than just a video game movie, and sometimes I just couldn't care for it. Again, if you're a fan of the video game, you're probably going to enjoy this movie. Since I've not played the video game, and I don't know if I ever will, you know, we'll see. I'll give Mortal Kombat 2 out of 4 stars. Stream it. It's kind of hard for me to review this movie considering I've never played Mortal Kombat before and I can only judge it as a movie. I haven't even seen the 1995 movie, to be honest, either. And I'm definitely avoiding Mortal Kombat Annihilation. So what is a video game you would like to see turn as a movie? What did you think of Mortal Kombat? Who's your favorite character? Comment down below, subscribe to the channel. This is Pat, and stay safe.